Well, hello, everybody. We are live here on Facebook, and we've got an amazing guest today, Angela Zickman. We did one of these last year, or well around a year ago, after Angela had first gotten on the products for several months, and she had amazing results uh, with her PTSD. But since this is and we did that live around that primarily. And if you would like to see that, you can get back with the person that invited you here. We'll be happy to share that with you. You can also find it on my Sealy Guy, CILIGUY YouTube channel. It's buried in there somewhere, but we can also send that to you. So first of all, I want to hope everybody is having an amazing day here in Facebook land or wherever you are tuning in from. And again, we'd like to do these interviews every once in a while to help you understand even better how these products are truly helping people and making a difference in their lives. And maybe that will help you in your journey. And whether you're already healthy or you've got an ache and discomfort, you got some other health challenge that's going on, chances are this product or these products may help you considerably more so than you could ever imagine. What if, or what would you say if we could show you a product that has beaten the bioavailability challenge and gets nutrients directly to your cells? And what you're about to see is what can happen to a person's life when they get that kind of nutrition directly to their body. Now, before I get started, I do want to bring up a quick disclaimer. We're not making any medical or healthcare claims. These products have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any illness or disease. Just understand the FDA doesn't get into supplementation right now, but understand also what we and Angela and myself are going to be talking about today is 100% natural. There's no binders or fillers. It's water encapsulated technology. It's very different. And it's the reason why we can offer 92, 95, even 100 different ingredients in our products, which just means you're getting way better value for your dollar. So with that being said, let me just show you this picture again of Angela's transformation. This was Angela when she began using Sealy by Design products. And this is our entire product line in the center of the screen. And this is a photo of her from last month. I mean, if you can't see that transformation, and what you can also do, if you would like to drop a question into the comments and want to ask Angela a question directly, my wife will be monitoring the questions and she can pipe in and let us know somehow. She can send me a text message, something, and we'll try to get that answered. And if not, we'll do it afterwards. Also, if you'd like to, drop in that you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, and also where you're tuning in from. Myself, I'm tuning in from Keystone, Colorado. And with that being said, let's bring on Angela, who is tuning in from the Indianapolis area. Just so you all know, Angela is a retired master, is a master gunnery sergeant, right? Is that what the MGS is?
It's just that's the Air Force. We're Master Sergeant.
Okay, so just not just a master sergeant, which is a huge deal in the enlisted world of the military. In other words, she is a born leader, and she's proven herself as a leader and helped a lot of people in the venture of the military with her background and her AOC with the line of work she was in. Right, her husband was also is a retired airman, or excuse me, a first sergeant with the Army, and they have two boys, Peyton and Jackson, and they live in that Indianapolis area. But Angela is also got started in Sealy, and not only was she having amazing benefits from these products, she's also been able to build herself a business. She retired from her job and she's doing Sealy full time, and she has achieved the rank of C5 here in Sealy by Design, which is a great accomplishment. So with that, Angela, if you'd like to add some own words of yourself about you, and we'd love to hear about that. And before we jump into everything else.
Thank you so much, Guy, for having me on. So, I just wanted to say, I just, after my transition and my journey, I just wanted to come on here. I felt like I wanted to share with the world of what these products have done to me once I had gotten off the big pharmaceutical, products. And I feel like that if I don't share it with the world, then I'm doing a disjustice.
I
So
love
that's
that.
why I'm here.
So you're sharing from the heart.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, when you just mentioned pharmaceutical, I kind of put in the description here that you were on a lot of different pharmaceutical medications. Let's first cover why were you on these different pharmaceuticals and how many of them were you on?
So Guy, so you had put that there was 30. So at one point in time, there was probably 30 different ones that I was on, back and forth. So I was on all kinds of pain medicine, all kinds of anxiety, PTSD medicine. I was on medicine for my stomach, I had no gallbladder, so for digestion, for gas, for, you know, um, medicine. I was having female problems as well, so I was on medication for that. I was having migraines, so I was on medications for that.
Jeez.
On top of it, I was seeing pain management, getting steroid injections, using pain medicine for all that. And, I was on so many medicines at one time, Guy. I couldn't even name all of them that I was on. I wish I would have kept them all so I could, kind of
That would be good to
keep,
see.
keep a picture of what I used to have. Um, but I was on so much that I wasn't even myself anymore, and I didn't even really know who I was. And my life and my health spun out of control. I mean, it was literally out of control.
Were all these, were you seeing different doctors and they were prescribing different, each doctor was prescribing their own medications? Were they taking into effect any kind of side effects that one medication might be creating with another one?
I was hoping they would, because most of the doctors, they have the same portal, and I would tell them what medications I was on. So you would think that, that they were looking and checking, but in my mind today, I almost wonder because I was seeing tons of different doctors, from the neurologist to pain management to my regular doctor to OB to my foot doctor. Now I had foot pain too because I had screws in my feet, my neck, just the gut doctor, just sleep doctor on top of it. I was put on a sleep machine for sleep apnea on top of it because I was so heavy. I wasn't breathing well at night. So you would think that they were, but I come to the conclusion when I really hit home that I needed to do something, Guy, was when one day went to work and I realized that I don't know when I came to, or I don't remember any of the drive. I don't remember any of that. And I remember calling my husband going, I have no clue where I'm at and I have no clue how long I've been driving and I don't know how I got here.
Hmm.
Just and at that point I was so upset because I'm like, I could have killed someone. I left for work during the time that children go to school. I mean, it could have been a child. I could have killed myself, even though, like when we talked about this before, within my PTSD, there was times that I didn't want to live anymore, with all that. Um, so it's, but but then you come to the realization, oh my gosh, I'm on all this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm at, and here I am driving on medications that say, you could drive on them.
Wow.
And I'm like, obviously I can't drive on them if I don't know where I'm at, and I don't know where I've been. And then also I found that I probably, you get on these medications, you get used to them, right?
Yeah.
And you feel good. And then uh, at one point it's almost like you forget what you took. So you just take more and you, they take them at different times. And then at one point it's like, am I abusing my medicine? Maybe I'm abusing my medicine. So,
Let me ask you, if I may, obviously you got started on these products, somebody brought it to your attention and stuff. Before that happened, while you had this incident, for instance, which kind of scared you a little bit, were you even contemplating that there could be an alternative? Or were you seeking that out or anything like
no,
that?
I never seeked it out, or anything like that. I've had multiple surgeries, Guy. I've probably had 8 or 9 surgeries. prior to this. And anytime a doctor said you need to do this, or anytime a doctor had said, oh, you need surgery for this, or, you know, I was like, okay, who knows better than a doctor?
Yeah.
What's going to help me than medication? I never took into consideration the warning on medication, the warning labels.
I tell you what, man, you watch some of these drug commercials. I don't know how anybody would want to take one of
I know.
those drugs. I mean, obviously, and there is a place and time, and I'm not going to put down Western medications. There is a time and place for it. Some people really, it's going to help them out. But what I believe and what I've come to learn, and I think you're going to agree with me here, but if you don't do, please speak up. But what I've come to learn is that if you give the body the nutrition that it's really seeking, that a lot of those medications are maybe not needed. We lead the world in prescription drugs, and it's a moneymaker for certain groups of people, right? And when you consider, I saw one for I don't want to mention a disease word because we'll get in trouble here, but
Mm,
let's just say severe rashes on the body.
right.
And it was a drug for that could lead to suicidal thoughts and all this other bad stuff, where we have gotten proven results again and again for that exact same issue that they were talking about in the commercial with zero side effects,
Right.
because we're not a drug. We're just natural healing, or excuse me, natural supplements of herbs and different elements that go to work with the body to help the body get itself back into balance or homeostasis. Would
Mhm.
you agree with that?
I do agree with it, Guy, and I agree that there is a time and place because when I was going through my bout with PTSD and I was in that dark place, I think that was a place where I needed something right away. You know, just to
Sure.
get my mind out of that state. Something to help me immediately. Now, do I think it should have been long term? No, I think it should have been okay. Here it is. Let's get you calmed down. Let's get you into this place of realizing what reality is. And then let's change your thoughts, your habits, your nutrition. Let's check and I'm like, okay, you checked my blood for diseases. Did you check my blood? And I'm a firm believer, Guy, that um your body has vitamins and minerals in it, and I believe that some of our deficiencies what causes our illnesses. And
Yeah.
that's my firm belief, okay? I don't believe that anybody ever checked any of that to see if any of that was causing any of my chemical imbalances in my brain.
Interesting. So an answer did come your way. We're so thankful for that. I know you're very thankful. I'm sure Larry, your husband, and kids
Mhm.
are thankful for it. Well, explain that part of the story.
So, I had kind of I had come to the terms that I have had enough, right? So I found a nurse practitioner who very much into natural medicine. And I had talking to her and she introduced to me to CBD. And she said, Angela, my husband's been on it for years. He loves it. Why don't you try it? So I did. I tried it, but I didn't know of this company or any other company. What I had known of was order these supplements from Colorado and have them delivered to your house, right? Some of these top name brand oils, right? So that's what I did. Um, and I don't really feel like they did a lot for
Okay.
me. I don't, personally, I think it's the type that they are. Now that I have gotten to one that absorbs naturally, that is with our technology, I think that's the reason why ours works versus, the other ones didn't, because I think the other ones were just waste. My body wasn't absorbing it. I mean, I'm already having gut issues anyways, right? So my
Well,
body,
can you imagine all those prescription drugs, what it's doing for your liver? It's not
right,
good.
right. And I had no gallbladder. So everything that I was ingesting is just coming out, right? I mean, not to be gross, but I'm sure it wasn't staying in my body to even help or processing at all. So I was introduced to our product. Lo and behold, when I started this product, A friend introduced it to me. I was starting to get a migraine, and a friend said, um, if I give you something, will you try it? And I'm like, well, it depends on what it is because I'm not doing anything illegal. Okay. But I've trusted him. He was a police officer, right? So I trusted him. So he told me what it was, and so I took it. And I will tell you, Guy, within 15 minutes, I started to feel some relief, and that migraine that I normally get from my neck issues did not come on.
Wow. Wow.
So I was a firm believer, and I said, okay, where do I get some? After 2 days of being on it, I said, I need to share this with the world. So that's where I was at.
Awesome. I know we're going to talk a little bit about your weight loss journey with
Mhm.
all this too. So you got on the product. How long was it before you were able to start really cutting back on most of those medications?
So with my doctor's help, um, I think it was within the first couple months I started. So I started with the biggest thing I wanted to get off of immediately was my what I call my zombie medicine, and it was the medications that for my PTSD. And then there's one medicine that starts with a G, and I don't really want to say it because I think everyone knows what it is, but I was taking it like 4 times a day, 1,500 or 1,200 milligrams 4 times a day.
Wow.
And it was for some nerve issues that I was having. And those are the ones that I wanted to get off of immediately. So we started with those.
How long was it before you were able to start reducing those?
We've to start reducing those, it was within a month or two.
Okay.
Now I was because this is the weird. So when I'm talking about my anxiety, I mean, I was on drugs that were very, very addictive. You
Yeah.
know that they say you're not supposed to be on for long terms, but here I am was on them for 4 and 5 years.
Wow.
So I mean, I got off those within a month or two, and those are those ones that you take to get your symptoms to go away immediately. And then after I got off those, then we started working on my the SSI medicines, for the depression and different stuff like that. And we started winging off those. And
Yeah,
then
because some of those you can't just stop cold turkey, right? So
no,
you
yeah,
were doing this through your doctor as well, or you
yeah,
just
I
kind of
was
doing this on your own?
no, I did it with my doctor's help too because um, I didn't want to be one of those ones that got sick because that you can get worse side effects for going off of them because
Right.
your body gets used to them. So I had known from before because in the military I had worked in some substance abuse programs. So I had known from before that some of these medicines you actually have to wean off of them, and so I did it with my doctor's help. And then when I noticed that my pain, I wasn't having hardly any pain anymore and stuff, and I could actually manage it and control it with our relief spray, and I was managing some of it. And believe it or not, Serenity helps too if you combine it with relief. So I think a lot of our pain comes from our anxiety too. I think it's part of our mind. So I take both of them, and so within a year, I was off everything.
Excellent. That is amazing. I mean, we share some of this stuff. We have a product call for those listeners out there that aren't aware. We have a product call every Thursday night, and we share more about what these products are. And we bring on some live testimonies at the end of that. And we have a surfer that used to love to surf, but he had all these wounds that he couldn't heal on his legs. And all of a sudden, getting on our product 4 months later, he was able to get back into the salt water and surf again. So when you are able in that year's time or so to be able to get off of most of those medications, what did that do for you? What was the benefit for you?
So when I was on all those medications, Guy, I didn't leave my house. You know, I didn't go to the I wouldn't go to the grocery store without my husband. We didn't do vacations. We didn't do. I was unhealthy. I gained. I mean, I was 164 pounds when I got out of the military, and I got up to 237. So it's gaining weights and all that stuff. And I mean, huffing and puffing. And I mean, it was just not only was it bad for me, and the doctor's like, you need to lose weight, watch your cholesterol, different stuff like this. Let's add more medicine on top of it.
Right.
And so not only was it a bad quality of life for me, it was a bad quality of life for my family. My family was revolving everything around me.
I remember you've also shared about how you didn't smile. You
Yeah.
didn't seem to be happy. You
Nope.
just mentioned not going out of the house. So how did all that part of that change? You going out of the house now?
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm right outside now. I go outside the house. We go on vacation, and I will tell you, guys. Um, so I've been on this product for 2 years. I think it's 2 years, a year and a half. It's somewhere around there,
Yeah,
right?
it's about 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I went on my first. So I just last week I went to Orlando. First time I went anywhere without my family,
Wow.
and I didn't think twice about it. And I flew home on 9/11. Did not think, like, not that I didn't think about 9/11, but you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
didn't think twice about. Oh my gosh, I didn't have anybody. I didn't. And now we go skiing. We go to ski resorts. Don't ever ask me before. I would have never done that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it was maybe when I was, before my PTSD and my heavy and all that, I probably would have in my military days. But other than that, it's like, we want to go to Kings Island. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do all this walking, or I don't want all these people. I can't get out in public with all these people. You guys will have to go by myself.
Wow. Did we just lose you? The
No.
audio? Okay, you're still there. Great. So, I mean, that's what these products can do for various people. And again, this is Angela's story and what it's done for her, but it's just absolutely amazing. So before we go into the next phase of this, I just want to reiterate, if you're tuning in live, please let us know live. And why don't you just drop in what city, state you're tuning in from as well. And we'd love to hear from you. And if you have a question for Angela, you're more than welcome to drop that in the comments, and hopefully we can get to that. And then let's see. Reminder about our Thursday product call. That's at 6 p.m. Mountain, so 5 p.m. Pacific time and 8 p.m. Eastern time. Again, the person invited you to this, or if you're not sure of how to find out about that, let me know, and I'll be happy to send you there. I want to get to this picture, and I know you posted this, and I was blown away. But I think the person that was blown away more than anybody else was yourself,
Yes.
because you looked at this and go, "Oh my goodness!" So, would you like to share a little bit for everybody what's significant about this?
I looked at this picture and I said, oh my goodness. Not only am I lighter now than what I was when I got out of the military, I lost a mini me. I was like, but I looked at that picture, guy, and I see a depressed person. I see someone that needs help. I see someone that needs someone to reach out to. I see someone that needs God. And then when I look at the picture on the right, I see a changed person. I see a leader. I see someone that has determination. Different, total different person.
So, how would you describe this journey now? I mean, obviously, on the left, I don't know, but were you still on some medication at that point, or are
Yeah,
you pretty much off the medication?
I was. I think I was still on some medication. I don't think I was completely off of it all yet.
Okay. And so now what happened in this year's time? How did this transformation that you've obviously gone through, what did you do to help make that go? And it may be stuff outside of just the Sealy by Design products, but please share all of it.
So, Guy, what I did was I learned what products worked for me. So you could see there that, and not every product is made for everyone, right? But in my journey, every single one of our product took place, within my transformation. I used our trim spray several times a day. Um, because I was so heavy, I was always so tired and had no energy. So I used the energy spray.
That's this one.
Uh, and then, of course, I used the relief spray. for helping me with my pain. And the Serenity, I never left home without it because I actually don't leave home without it now either. I still use it, but um, and of course, at my sleep, I left on my nightstand because it was amazing, amazing for me. And so, what I did, Guy, is not only did I learn to get off my medicine, I also learned that I needed a healthy, I'm putting nutritions in my body, but I don't need to waste it by eating nasty foods. I need to eat clean and balanced. So
Yeah.
what I did was I would eat more natural foods from farmers markets, from gardens, from the whole food stores, no canned or processed foods. What I like to call lean and greens, which is basically protein and vegetables. Um, and so, but now every once in a while, I can have a dessert or whatever now, but I didn't for a long time. I got off the sodas, which sodas are bad for you. Drink a lot of water. I still do my trim spray, but I did happen to get to a spot, Guy, at one point though, where I feel like I stood still. And I think part of that was premenopausal too, as well. I got
Okay.
to that stage. And then about that same time, Ageless came out. Well, then I started on the Ageless product, and lo and behold, 30 more pounds came off.
Oh, woohoo!
And
A
I
lot.
Ageless, and I can't claim it, but I think the Ageless helped me with my premenopausal stuff. My hot flashes I was getting at night. You know, the the grouchiness, the grumpiness, the getting tired again. And it helped boost my weight loss. And I'm still losing weight again today. And also, I think, now, guys, this is just my own opinion here, my opinion. There is some popular drugs out there that people are using now for weight loss, right? You know what I'm talking about? So
Uh-huh.
inject it into their systems. My opinion, this is just me, my opinion, no, not making any claimers. I think we have something close to that, on my opinion, just because it helps with your glucose levels and stuff like that, your sugar levels. So I'm hoping, just in my thought on how it's worked for me, maybe not, but um, so I'm a lifer. I will never get off these products. I still use all of them today. And here's the trick for anybody that's losing weight: take the trim spray at night when you go to bed.
Yeah.
I take 9 sprays of that when I go to bed at night.
Trim and the sleep
Sleep in
together.
serenity.
Oh, throw in a third one. You can do it as a cocktail.
That's what I do. And I don't know if the trim is doing anything for me at night, but I feel like I'm lighter when I get up. I don't know if it's in my mind, but it's working for me.
Because I was going to ask you, because you mentioned about the sleep apnea before when you were on all the medications and stuff. How is your sleep tonight? How would you rate your sleep then versus now?
Okay, so my sleep apnea before, and I don't even know how they even did the sleep test because I had so bad insomnia before in sleeping. I sleep wonderful now. I sleep like a baby. Um, I have 3 things that I do before I go to bed at night. First thing I do is I sit on my bed and I take my sprays, right? And as I'm taking my sprays, I do I'm stretching out so I can get comfortable laying in my bed. Just trying to straighten my bodies and my muscles and all that. Um, then I say my prayers, of course. I always got to say my prayers. And then I lay down at night and I read a physical book, not my phone or not anything
Yep.
like that. I read a physical book with a little nightlight to fall asleep. Now, when I used to read a book before, I would stay up all night reading a book. I mean, it would be nothing to go through a book in 3 days, just reading it at night. Now I'm lucky to get to 2 or 3 pages.
Nice. Nice.
Sleep good.
And when does the body restore itself? It goes to work for itself and its health when we sleep at night. I know, excuse me, from my own experience, I was also diagnosed with 3 different types of insomnia at one point. I would go days without any sleep at all, or maybe an hour in 2 or 3 days. And when I finally was able to overcome that through a program, I would, a good night was 4 hours, a great night was 6 hours of sleep. 2 nights ago, I slept 9 hours. Last night, I slept 8 hours. And that is becoming more and more the norm for me. I would say my average, I'm about 7 hours of sleep at night. And it's just amazing how much better you
Yeah.
feel when you sleep at
And
night,
I get
right?
to toss and turn all night long. And so with these sleep apnea machines, the doctors can monitor them from where you're at, right? My sleep episodes started getting smaller and smaller. To now, I don't even think I really have any sleep episodes. But here's the thing: I've slept with my sleep apnea machine so long, I like it. I like it.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. And it is that can be very dangerous too. I mean, if it's not, taken care of. So yeah,
Right.
we're definitely not telling people to get off their sleep apnea
No,
machines.
monitor it with your doctor. I mean, that's the
Right.
doctor. The doctor, I don't even think that I really need it anymore. And I don't even really think that the doctor thinks I need it anymore. Um, but I will tell you, when I went to Florida, my friend Laura and I, our mutual friend, we shared a hotel room. And she said, when I went to bed, she said, "You did not move."
Wow.
She said, she goes, at one point, I was going to come over and check to make sure you were breathing.
I love
And I
it. I
snore
love it.
and everything.
So, this is some of the things that can happen when people get on our products. I know we had on our team call a couple of weeks ago, a lady in Spain. She was talking about how she was addicted to smoking and something else as well. And both of those addictions are completely gone now. We've had other people that every night they'd have to come home and have their Crown Royal or their beverage of choice, if you will, alcoholic beverage of choice. And after getting on our products, they finally found themselves not doing that anymore, just naturally. I know for my wife and I, when we started taking this product, we were also taking about $200-300 of other supplements on a monthly basis because we really believe in supplementation. We believe we don't get the nutrients and vital minerals and everything from our food sources anymore. And so that's the reason for supplementation. What we found after being on this for a period of time was we naturally started letting go of those other supplements. And I believe it's because the mind, subconscious mind, whatever, the body knew it didn't need that anymore because it was getting it all just through our products.
Yeah.
So have you experienced that yourself or with anybody else that you've worked with, something similar?
So, I don't know if you remember, my husband used to be a smoker. And when we started the product together, I said, I'm starting this, and so are you. He had high blood sugar and stuff like that. And so I said, look, we both could use some extra vitamins and minerals in our life. Okay. So I told him, I said, you're getting on too. And he was a smoker and I hated it. Oh my gosh, I hated it. And there was one night I said, Larry, you have not gone outside at night. Like, he used to go up and go outside and he would go out and smoke. And I said, I just realized it. You haven't been going out to smoke. I was like, what's going on? And he's like, I haven't smoked in 2 weeks. And I said, what? And I said, well, what made you want to quit? He goes, I just don't feel like smoking.
There you go. There
And he
you
had
go. So who do you know, for those that are watching right now, maybe this is yourself or maybe somebody that has a weight issue, would like to feel better that way, who has a medication issue because they've got all these different health challenges. Maybe this could help them as well. Who's got sleep issues, who's got an addiction. You don't know until you get on this product and start using it for yourself. And that's what we encourage you to do, is just to let people know about this amazing, it's a very unique type of technology. Nobody else in the world, no other company, you can't get what we're giving you here from anywhere else. It just doesn't exist anywhere but with our company. So most people aren't aware that we're even around. So the only way that happens is by sharing the good word. And as we close this out, Angela, do you have anything else that you would like to share to everybody else, or to everyone that's listening, either live or as they watch the replay over the time?
I would tell people that if they haven't tried something or they don't have something in their life that they're trying and that they're using it, give it a try. 90 days. You know,
Yeah.
I tell, and I don't know what your people, what the people that you know will tell you. I tell all my clients 90 days, give it 90 days. If it doesn't do something for you in 90 days, I will refund your money, is what I tell my clients. And I have never had to refund anything. Never.
Yeah.
Always does something. And matter of fact, my clients are always telling me that, you know what, Angela? I still find that it's helping with things different that I never knew it helped with.
That the longer you're on this product, I totally agree with you. The longer you're on this product, the more things are going to show up and being better. And a lot of times, maybe you take the product because you got a sore shoulder, for instance, right? And then you ask yourself a week later, well, I still got this sore shoulder, but what else is different? Maybe you're sleeping better at night. Maybe you're not having as many cigarettes throughout the day. This is going to start working on your entire body. We're not just focused in one area. So as you're taking the product and as you're doing that 90-day trial, make sure you got total awareness around your whole body. Your thought, brain fog is one of the things that people notice lifting very quickly, greater mental clarity, greater mental focus, and just extra energy that was absent before. Yeah. Well, very good, Angela. I'm going to bring this up one more time. Again, we're not making any kind of medical or healthcare claims, and but we just encourage you all to get back with the person that invited you, how you found this, either the live or the recording. Get back with that person, and let's get you on these products and give it as honest try for yourself. Just like Angela said, a good 3 months. These are very, very reasonably priced at retail. This is just $72.50. And you get a free spray of your choice along with that. So get back with the person that invited you here, and let's get you on this product and see what the difference is for you. And Angela, thank you so much for being our guest here today and for you being willing to come out and share your story so authentically. Really appreciate that. Bye-bye, everybody.